Hey guys, welcome to the SimRacingPaddock. I'm William Marsh, and it is time to race online day one of F1 2018. So, again, F1 2018 has been one of the more anticipated titles of 2018, alongside Assetto Corsa Competizione and upcoming GTR 3, whenever that's coming, or whatever. But yeah, so F1 2018 out to the public. We're able to race online now. A lot of you have been asking about it, so let's race online with just with all sorts of people. We'll test out the matchmaking. We'll try some hosted sessions. Let's hope that this is better than 2017. So we'll jump in. So it looks like I have quite a few friends online. So there's that at least. So there's ranked, unranked, and online championship. I think we can run in ranked real quick, but first, I just realized my SimuCube settings are off, so let me fix that real quick. So we will jump into my F1 2018 settings. There we go. That should work just fine. Unless the settings got lost, which I'm hoping is not the case. I'm hoping that the settings are sticking, but we will see how that goes. So for the first matchmaking race, I'll try a 5-lap event. 5-lap quick race, test out the ranked system, and see how that goes. I have no clue how it'll be, but why not give it a try? So, one guy's already at a level 8, silver license, and C safety rating. So I'm guessing on the left bar is the skill license, right bar is safety rating. So I'm guessing as you race further, it'll work. So there is damage on. I noticed that. There is damage. 5-lap race. And I didn't have enough time to see much more. Okay. I noticed all of us have a not strong connection, though. So I'm hoping this won't be a lag fest. We'll see. F1. I'm still not a fan of the new F1 logo, personally. I'm just going to say that. Oh, shoot. It looks like it's picking up my voice in this. I'm not sure. So we'll just do this. Overview. F6. Hold on. Oh, it's qualifying session. Okay. So one-shot qualifying, and we'll get our lap in. The anti-aliasing in this is still horrible. I wish they had more options. I think that's the one part where I'm seeing the console version beat out the PC version is the anti-aliasing settings. Anti-aliasing looks better on the consoles for once. Trying to just get a nice clean lap. Bit of a lock up there. Okay, fastest lap 121. That's nice to see. Let's check something. I want to see if I can turn off my mic, because it looks like it's picking it up in oh, come on. Full house, this is the first race of the day. So we're 6th quick, okay. I'll take it. We have some XP at least. Hold on a sec. It's not giving me enough time to change settings. Okay, so F6, audio settings, advanced, push to talk on. That should mean that we are good, hopefully. Yeah, I'm not seeing my push to talk at all. So that should be fine. So start race. Wait, why am I starting pole? Why did I start pole? It said I qualified 6th.
That's a strong start. Well done.
Oh, there must have been a wreck in the first corner. We'll try to finish this race strong. Only 5 laps. See if we can get our first win in our first race. So what I'm guessing is in ranked events, they've evened out the performances of the cars. That would be my guess because second place is a McLaren behind me. I'm in a Red Bull. Just taking it easy. Seems like that guy in the McLaren might be closing a bit. We'll see after a second lap. Oh, you gotta be careful on those curbs. So, for everyone who's just jumping into the stream, I'm running a few ranked events first, and then I am going to be doing some self-hosted events. I just wanted to sort of just test out, get an idea on the ranked racing overview, and see where to go from there. I wonder how much of his fuel mix this guy's using. Big lockup. No bueno. Horrible line through there. Let's check something.
DRS is being enabled this lap. You can use DRS when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
So we have a Red Bull versus a McLaren for the lead. Interesting. Oh, shoot. He's going to use DRS and blow by me right now. Maybe not. Huh, Kev, I thought the download was 38 gigabytes. How? That must have been lag or something. It had to have been.
We're leading our teammate by 52.9 seconds.
Do we have DRS now? A little wide there. So this is bad lag, I'm noticing. Just gotta regain our composure.
Okay, clear. This
On,
is
because there's a
final
caution, I
lap
can't
of
use
the race.
DRS. Come on. Whoa. Oh, wow, that was weird. All of a sudden he was inside my car. I'm not gonna get... Come on. Mark, this is multiplayer. Did ranked multiplayer right now. I couldn't get past him on the front straight last lap because there was A, lag, and B, the caution came out for some weird reason. That was frustrating though. So that's me, I guess. No, I was a Red Bull, so... Spectator... Looks like it might be broken at end of race, okay. That's one glitch, I think. Placement. I don't fully know what that means. So I guess... Oh, okay, my guess is you have to do 5 races to place as your rank and safety rating. So do 5 races and you're good. So let's do another one. See how this goes. Yeah, Magoti, I understand that. I could understand that. So vote for next track. Yeah, let's do Brazil. Brazil's the one, besides Spain, I know the most. But we already just did Spain. So player stats. 1 podium. Average finishing position 2. Pole positions 1. Average qualifying position 1. Okay. assists all off. So, exciting news. Or actually, let's try something real quick. So, let's go. I wanted to do an experiment. I'm going to go as a Williams car. So, I'm going to do that. And if I do well, I know it's all cars are balanced. But yeah, so exciting news. I should, this fall or early winter, I don't know when, I should be getting a Fanatec Podium Series direct drive wheel to review. I finally got in touch with Fanatec. They've been just busy up to their noses with PR events such as E3, Gamescom, things like that. So they finally got in touch with me after like a month, and they said, A, they're going to send me the McLaren wheel to review, and also the Fanatec Podium. So I'm excited for that. Just wanted to let you know. So, run the super softs for qualifying. Session starts in 10 seconds. Let's hope for the best. So, I don't know this track as well as Spain, but at least I know it. I do not know if it will be the DD1 or DD2. A little early on the brake there, unfortunately. No! Dang it. We're going to be behind next race. I don't know the date, Gary. I mentioned that. I do not know the date. Don't cut that. Wow, 109 for best lap by pole sitter. So yeah. We're going to be behind this race. I can tell that. So whoever this guy is lagging too. Seems like. Jonathan Mera was... That's the pole sitter. McLaren could work well in this game. That's why I'm excited to try it. I'm hoping that it comes with that metal quick release, because the plastic quick release would not hold up to this direct drive wheel though. But I could use it in my bedroom with the CSL Elite. Well, I'm wondering if it is an option to make equal cars and I'm just far off. But Williams is the worst car in the field, according to this game. So we'll see how this goes. I'd like to think the cars are equal. Yeah, that MKK. I remember RTA Motorsports did a video about his. So let's see how this goes. Wow, Vic just Verstappened everyone.
Okay, you need to give that position back.
And JNGM hits me while passing me. Okay.
Start was okay, now stay alert for threats around you.
Whoa! Wow, I just ghosted through. That just saved me. Wow! That's lag, definitely. Whoa! Crazy lag. I don't know if this would be on my end. Whoa. That's just crazy latency, lag, whatever.
DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Bad braking. We're seeing cars ghosting through each other. Because of this just crazy behavior, I can't get in the right position to make a pass. This is almost unplayable.
Caution, caution. Green flag, we're racing again.
Wow. I have no clue what the heck to do. You just see them teleporting. Gives me no good idea on what to do.
The battery is low on energy. Reduce ERS deployment.
Maybe if you want to talk to Jimmy Broadbent, see if he wants to invite me into his race or something, we can see about that. So if you want to go into his chat and see if you want to join me or me join him. Whoa! Yeah, this is seriously putting me off right now. I mean, I can't get in a good position because of this crazy lag. Oh! Well, there goes my safety rating. Thanks to whoever it is who's just subscribed. But yeah, that lag is absolutely insane. We just saw a Ferrari disappear. I don't know, like... I mean, that's just downright confusing right now. I'm gonna jump out of this hosted session, or not hosted session, this matchmaking session, and see if I can get different opponents, because I'm getting stuck with the same ones with horrible, just lag and everything. So I don't know how to, like, figure that out. So just jump into a different lobby, I guess. And I guess his car wrecked across the line. Yeah, that's just downright disorienting. So let's see how this goes. Excuse me. I don't know if Jimmy's faster than me, bro. There should be a setting where you can host a set ping rate. Or the host can set. But this is officially hosted matchmaking servers. This is matchmaking server, so I don't really know how to do that. Exit. But yeah, let me know if Jimmy wants to do some racing, guys. Actually, let me see if I can join him. It might be full. Old Jimmer. Join game. Let me see if I can join him. Is this worse than last year's game? Technically, I feel like the game is better. But it seems like online might be worse. So, looks like everyone has 1 bar ping. I don't know if it could be servers overloaded. So, let's see. Let's ready up. And I guess I can watch them race. So, we'll see what they are doing racing. We'll see what the ping is. So they're in qualifying right now. And... oh, so you have to select who's driving. Okay. So Jimmer, 129, he qualified 6th. So, can also use F7 and F8 to go over the servers. So, I do want to comment on track accuracy. For the most part, it seems like tracks are relatively accurate, but it is something where they're not laser scanned, so there are some discrepancies. For example, racing in Silverstone or Red Bull Ring, which are 2 tracks I know relatively well, you can tell what's inaccurate in F1 2018 compared to, say, Assetto Corsa, where they have laser scan versions. iRacing's version of Silverstone is out of date, unfortunately, so you can't really talk about that. But, yeah. But we'll see how this goes. I have no clue how long Jimmy has this race set. If it's too long, I might just drop out and, yeah, but it seems like it'll be okay. But, hey, it's cool to at least watch. We get an idea on the spectator mode. So you can see different penalties. Cross the pit lane, exit lane. So, yeah. So, Daniel, I'll try to drive with Jimmy. I can't promise anything, though, because his server is full right now. But we'll see about getting into next race. I just want to see how long this race is. So we'll see in a minute. Looks like it's going to be raining for the race too, so we'll try to get an idea on how the frame rate is while spectating in the rain. I mentioned before, that on the PS4 version of F1 2018, I was noticing stuttering during the replay. And then I was also noticing that that was absent on the PS4 version, or PS4 Pro version, and also absent on the PC version for the most part. So we'll see how this is. So let's jump on with Jimmy. DC Gaming played around with Vorpex and got F118 working in basic VR. That's cool to see. And wow. Like half of the cars just left the track. Public server lobby. Or a Jimmy Broadbent lobby. You be the judge. So it's a 13 lap race, so hey, we'll be watching for a little while, but Jimmy has fought his way back up to 4th. And let's take a look. Leading is the French Kappa. 6.66, now 9.92 seconds back is F. Brown. Yellow flag in Sector 1. I don't know why, but it looks like everything is cleared out. Brandon Lee, he is one of the options you can actually pick out for your driver appearance in F1 2018, strangely enough. So, interesting to see him actually driving in the game. Alex Bob is in 7th, 2.25 seconds back. Major Hobble, he is making through Mecca Chapel, and looks like his car's relatively dialed in right there. Refresh. Okay, so, oh, my chicken not Rod. Brandon Lee is the F1 esports champion. Okay, thanks for that clarification. So I am noticing some mini stutters. I'm noticing some mini stutters in the game, particularly when it's panning, like the virtual camera is panning. So there's that. Fastest lap from the French Kappa. Not surprised. Fairge, 5-second stop and go penalty for speeding in pit lane. I like the user interface for this broadcast mode. Steve, this is the PC version. Oh, so refresh just spun out. So yellow flag in sector 1 and 3. Ooh, Privy almost looped it around, but he's caught that slide. Let's take an update on Jimmer. Looks like he is closing in on Ferrari for 2nd place. And Jimmy is in the number 69 Williams. I think that is a strangely fitting choice for him. So he is hot on the Ferrari's tail of F. Brown. Let's see if Jimmy can make a move in the second half of this lap. We're coming through the corner. Ooh, that would have killed the camera in real life. And the Ferrari of Privy went wide, but it still looks like Jimmy Broadbent is in a Ferrari sandwich. So he is the Williams in a Ferrari sandwich. Watch for Major Hobble. It's Bailey. He's fast. Okay. So we'll finish out this lap with Jimmy. Let's see if he can catch a draft and make a move. So one thing I am noticing, it looks like the cars are stable. So compared to what we were seeing lag-wise before, seems like this is better. So we will try that out. So it looks like these cars are at least stable, so we'll try joining in a race with them. Side by side in the final turn, and it looks like the Ferrari's still got away with it. Yeah, Key, I'll do my own server soon. I'll keep you posted. And it looks like Hobble, he did go wide off track, so he actually is struggling a little bit. And now a Haas is getting into mix. Brandon Lee, the esports championship. You do want to see T versus Hamburger. I have a legitimate feeling that I think Jimmy will beat me, though. Because Jimmy, he has a lot more experience in this game so far. He knows the F1 tracks better than I do. So I think he will likely beat me. I'm just being honest with you guys. But if you add me on Steam, you can find my name in the description. Add me on Steam, and if you choose join session, you might be able to join in so you can take a chance. Because it looks like there's some empty spots, guys. Looks like there might be some empty spots, so you can give it a try. But I have a feeling that Jimmy is in a league of his own above me. I'm just being honest. But Jimmy has 6 seconds to catch up to French Kappa. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm wondering, he does have corner cut penalties on because we've been noticing drivers getting penalized. But yeah, he's way out of bounds right there. He's way out of bounds. So he might have lowered the strictness for the penalties, I'm guessing. But yeah, Jimmy is getting hounded by Brandon right now. Should be very interesting. Should be an interesting battle indeed. And because they're in the rain, I believe there's no DRS, so it's just going to be slipstream and battling. And it looks like Brandon is making a move. He is making the move into the corner, and Jimmy will take an aggressive line to defend. Awesome to hear, Key. Should be fun. But man, Jimmy, he is loose out of those corners. You can see the rear end step out. He's catching that slide though, and looks like he is staying ahead for the time being. But I think it's a matter of time before Jimmy gets past. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't think he can hold up against Brandon. But he's putting up a good fight. It's fun to watch. So let's go back to Brandon's on board. He is in the Haas. I don't know which driver number 12 for the Haas is, though. I don't know it that well, but there he goes. He's on the inside. Jimmy's fighting on the outside. They're side by side. Jimmy has a slight run assisted by the runoff, and Jimmy is going to stay in the preferred line and keep ahead. This is good battling right now. It legitimately is, but looks like Brandon has the inside line. Jimmy utilizes that runoff and gets a great run off the final corner. And now we're going into the first turn. Brandon is just attack, attack, attack. And Jimmy is just loose, 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 and we'll see what happens. Oh, Jimmy got a horrible runoff, but that held back Brandon, so he could not capitalize on Jimmy's mistake right there. So that would be Grosjean's 72. Oh, I accidentally said 12. It's 72. Gotta love fonts. Okay, again, Brandon's on the outside, but he goes way wide, and Jimmy is going to keep that position. But he's going for the crossover, and Jimmy gets loose, and that is going to put Brandon in the spot ahead for the time being. Now Jimmy is hot in the slipstream, and we'll see if Jimmy can make a move. But my guess is this is where Brandon will start to drive away. I don't know if Jimmy was using up his tires or what, but bottom line, it looks like Brandon, he is driving away. But the question is, does he have enough time to actually fight for the win? Because it looks like Brandon is fastest car on track. Oh, number you chose for career mode. That would make sense. Okay. Brandon's disappearing into the horizon, but he is... Okay, so for this lap, he is 6.2 seconds back. 6.2. We'll see what that gap is next time by. But he is pushing. He is hauling. He is hauling the donkeys to the farm. It's already 4 seconds. 3.8. Jeez. He is flying. I mean, wow. And you can see he's pushing this car to the limit. You saw that slide out of the corner. I mean, that was a remarkable move right there. Now it's a 3-second gap. He went a little wide to the runoff, but here's Maggot Beckett Chapel, and he is just flying through there. He didn't make up too much time, but he made up some. But man, this is my first time actually watching Brandon drive. I didn't really watch too much of the F1 Esport Championship, but wow, this is talent. Can I go on board? Yes, I can. I think. Or this is T-Cam at least. But spectator menu, let's take a look. So I guess I can only do TV pod and the other camera, unfortunately. So we can take a look at some of the telemetry. There we go, lap data. There's a little more stats for you guys. But right now, he is right behind French Kappa. Looks like he's also actively managing his ERS. You can see his hand moving to the steering wheel. He is actively changing around his fuel mix, ERS, I'm guessing. So you can see the numbers changing. So he just changed his ERS, I'm guessing, to either overtake or hot lap. Yes, Richard, we are watching this race. So Jimmy Broadbent is in third place. He is 5 seconds back from this battle. And Brandon, he's taking it wide, almost through the grass. And he's trying to just capitalize on Kappa. So he'll likely max out his ERS here if it isn't already. But it seems like Kappa, he got a better run out of the corner. So that's going to be a better gap. He reduces his ERS, I'm guessing, so he can recharge through the corner. And then get a good drive off. French Kappa ran wide, made a mistake there. And now Brandon is diving it in, trying to desperately gain an advantage. And I'm guessing Kappa just took a defensive move to keep Brandon from making that pass. Looks like there is a little lag getting in the way of a bit from my perspective. It could be silky smooth here, but they are mostly racing from across the pond. And boom, Brandon Lee has made the pass. So, this is mind-bending. This guy started in 19th place. This guy started in 19th. In 8 laps, he just took the lead. That is skill. And it looks like his car is pretty clean, too. I don't think he's hit anyone. So, man. But yeah, he is clocking out now. He's already almost a second ahead. Well, it's 8/10 now. So let's go back to second. This, I think, is the Toro Rosso. I want to say this is the Toro Rosso. I don't know for certain. Doesn't look like the Red Bull livery. I want to say the Red Bull livery is a little darker. But what we can do is go F1 and broadcast. So yeah, that's clearly the Toro Rosso livery. So what's nice is it does look like the cars are evened out for this race, which is nice. Yeah, these guys are pushing hard. And then Jimmy is 3.4 seconds behind Kappa. Could Jimmy catch up? There's a shot, I think. There is a chance. So let's go back and take a look at Jimmy and see what's going on there. I wish F1 2018 had more options for camera work, because right now there's only TV pod or broadcast. Broadcast is nice. I like these angles, but I would like to see the actual onboard. I would like to see maybe a chase camera, things like that. Options for spectating, but just having broadcast and TV pod, sure, it's authentic, but I'm just thinking it is something where, hey, more choice would be great. Richard, yes, you need to be in the lobby, and I'm currently on standby. I want to join this race afterwards, so next race with Jimmy, I'll race against him, then maybe try my own servers. So we will take a look at that. But yeah, this server looks more stable than the hosted, or not hosted, the ranked server I was in earlier this stream, where if you guys are coming in late, I did a couple ranked events. I did a couple ranked events through Codemasters matchmaking. I don't know if it's because it's day one or anything, servers might be overloaded, but the lag was horrible. But it looks like this is a lot more stable, which is nice. But it does look like Jimmy is closing in on Kappa. And he has 3 laps to get the job done. He has 3 laps to get the job done. He is under a second. Kappa is loose in it, though. His car looks loose. So Jimmy, he might make the move. And this battle is happening a good 7.6 seconds behind Brandon. Pretty remarkable, that driving by Brandon. Start from last, fight the way up to the lead. So Jimmy, he might get a better run off the corner. A little better, I think. Except now Kappa is building a gap. It's up to 1 second. We'll see how that gap is after Maggot Beckett Chapel. Oh yeah, Richard. Yeah, it was interesting because I was looking at a lot of the replays. So if you look at the kind of second, like half late in the stream, I did look over the replay, and it's awkward though because there was the other guy, Johnny Major or Johnny Major or something like that, and it was a bit of a freak circumstance where I had 2 incidents with him, and he was upset, fairly righteously so. He had a right to be mad, but from what I saw, first incident, I was right behind him in the corner. He spins out, and I had nowhere to go. I had a half second to react, and Monzas are nimble, but not that nimble to dodge a car that's 5 feet ahead of you. And I unfortunately hit him. And then the second time, I get dumped into a corner and accidentally either collect him or he spins out too. It was something netcode wise. And that basically messed up his race. He got a penalty, 5-second penalty or something because of that. And the thing is, it's unfortunate. I don't know what I could have done. I didn't expect the other guy to re-enter the track the way he did, but ultimately it was just a freak racing deal, and he ended up commenting on the stream afterwards saying, "You wrecked me twice, you ruined my race." And I'm like, I'm sorry, you can watch my side of the replay if you want. It's right there in the stream. Here are the timestamps, and that's all I could really offer to him, because all I could offer to him is my side, and my side is on video. I have video evidence of my side, so that's all I can vouch for. And that's one of the nice things about at least me doing live streams like this, is it keeps me accountable. I can't do a full bonehead move. I can't cut a corner and dump a driver and say, "Oops, that was an accident," afterwards. You see what I'm doing. You see what I do. You see what's going on, and you see my side of the story at the very least. And you can either vouch for me or call me out on my crap. So at the very least, I had my side of the story to share with him, and hopefully he can understand that. Hopefully I'll see him race next week. He's a good driver, but that race at Paul Ricard was a mess. I'm just going to call it that. That race was kind of a mess, and yeah. But yeah, so we have 1.5 laps now. 1.5 laps, and we'll see how this goes. So Priv just got penalized for corner cutting. Daniel Metzger, 5-second penalty for ignoring the blue flag. So you need to heed these blue flags or else you get penalized. Wow. That's interesting. All right, Key. Hopefully we'll see you playing soon. And hopefully your next video will get some decent traffic. Oof. This guy's supposed to heed the blue flag, so this, or no, yeah, the guy in front of these two, it's a blue flag, and he gets another 5-second penalty. Does he not understand that he needs to acknowledge the blue flag? Or is he just being like, screw it, he is already basically in last? But this is getting in the way of a major battle, and wow, that is, I guess, Daniel hits Jimmy. Or is that lag or something? I don't know. But sheesh. So now Jimmy's gonna go all out to try to pass Kappa, but sheesh. Brandon's extended that gap to 15 seconds, and Jimmy gets into the rear of Kappa. Looks like there's some damage on Jimmy's front wing. Let's see if Jimmy can make the move. He is on the outside. He had a nose, but I think he couldn't get stuck there. So Jimmy on the outside pinching Kappa down. Jimmy is doing all that he can to try to make that move. We'll see if it can stick. Through the next corner, Jimmy takes a wider line. I don't think that's going to get him as good a run. And now it's Maggots, Beckett's, and Chapel. He needs to get a good run here to try to possibly get him down. I think into Stowe is the next corner. Oh no, Jimmy is around. Jimmy's around. Oh, that's heartbreaking. That is heartbreak right there. Pushed a little too hard and he just could not make it stick. So Brandon gets the win. French Kappa, he is making his way through the final corners. And he is going to take home second place. And here comes Jimmy. Crushing third place. Goes a little wide and oh, massive wreck at the line. Ferrari is wrecked. Ferrari just got destroyed. I don't know what happened there. I don't think that the AI would have had control by then. Maybe? That's a crushing end to the race for Ferrari. So Ferge, he is coming to the line, make his way through the debris and finished. Swanka's Snake is going to finish in 7th. Yeah, AI takes control by then. Durr, he will finish 8th. So that is an eventful finish to this race. Jimmy battling for that second spot on the podium spins, but he will still take home a respectable 3rd place. But man, Brandon Lee, and he did choose his own image in the game. I mean, I think I would too. That doesn't really look like Jimmy though. I'm just saying. Just saying. Hopefully in the future they add more faces to the game, I think. Hopefully. So yeah, old Jimmer. So Brandon, he won even with a 5-second penalty. Sheesh. But yeah, Ferge, he gets 2 8-second penalties. I'm curious. So Daniel Metzger, he gets 2 10-second penalties. But sheesh, that's brutal. So race director. So we get to see all the incidents here. So collisions all around. And Anna Del Siena had a stop and go for a severe collision. Okay. Not just a collision, a severe collision. And all this on the first lap. That's eventful. So, wow. You have to scroll down to get down to lap 2. Lap 2, not much. Lap 3, quite a bit of action. Lap 4, only one incident from Privy. Not bad. Lap 5, one incident. And lap 6, no incidents. Lap 6, one incident free. That's pretty good. But yeah, all over. So Jimmy collided with Feline Fury. Feline Fury must have been a lap down. Jimmy was trying to get past, and yeah, must have gotten taken out. That's what happened. So that sounds heartbreaking. So I'm wondering, this will not reset, I guess. So I need to go into Jimmy's and I guess join. No. So I guess I have to wait for Jimmy to open up a server or something. I'm trying to get an idea on how this goes. It's kind of confusing. Jimmy says hello. Oh boy. Well, I just got raided, I guess. Well, I'm gonna try. Oh, he ended his stream. Okay. So I will create a server then. So should be able to create a server. Thank you, Jens007, for subscribing. So create unranked. So I'm going to make it open. Well, hello everyone. Thanks for joining in. So host options. Let's take a look. Modern F1. We'll do one-shot qualifying and 25% raise. So I think that's similar to what Jimmy was doing. Well, thank you everyone for joining. We will set this up soon. Hello, Herbert Soares. Thanks for subscribing. Okay, well, I'll have to tell Jimmy thanks for taking part, and okay, thank you for subscribing. So I'll do reduced damage. That's what I think he had set up. Safety car on. We'll see if that can actually happen. Rules and flags. Yes, yes. We'll see how this goes. Okay, well, wow, this is the most people I've ever had in a live stream. Well, thank you. So, server, I'm trying to see, is there a way to make a name on the server? How do we change the name on this? But yeah, guys, thanks for joining and supporting the channel. We'll see how this goes. Okay, so there must be a way. How much do I bench? I've only done it once in about like 8 years, and I want to say I benched about 170, I think. So I'm working on improving my bench. So I'm not seeing. Is there a host options button? I'm looking. So this is host options down here. Era, car performance, quick weather. Hey, Jimmy, thanks for, I guess, rating me in here. This is officially, I think, the largest live stream I've had in here. So let's hope this gets interesting. Let's hope we can have some fun people join in. But hey, Jimmy, is there a way to change the name of the server? Can you change the name of the server? I'm trying to find that. I'm not seeing it. Thank you, Harry and Conrad and the Oz91 and Benji Races. Okay, no idea. So if you guys want to add me on Steam, my name is in the description. WilliamSRP. You should be able to add me and I can try to invite you. Or you can just join through that. Because I want to make sure we get some good people involved. Darb, I just got that request. And Leglaugh just got that. So you should be able to find me through the server. I'm hoping. Tall Morty. Isn't that Dumb Rick? The Oz91, I could understand that. I mean, if I didn't get sent a review copy, I think I would have been too broke. And Tall Morty just said, yep, okay. So I'm under filter North America, so that could be why too. Is there a way to unfilter it? Has that Fuel VR direct drive wheel come out yet? No, but I got the weirdest email today from them. So I got the weirdest email saying that they are not partnering, but they were pitching their name to the, or not pitching their name, they were pitching their friend's design, which was this $200 backpack. $200 backpack that apparently has an LED, 8-bit design on it. I'm like, really? Just get your freaking wheel done. Don't endorse other people's products. Finish your own. Okay, so let's see. I don't see anything like filtering, session privacy open. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in right now. So yeah, I'm planning on doing a follow-up video talking about Field VR, and it's weird because after their big media push, they've had maybe 3 updates. That is it seems off, in my opinion. Because Kickstarter, you anticipate more up-to-date updates. You want to see more updates in what's going on. So, it feels a little weird in my opinion. So, let's try something. I'm gonna do a few tracks for this run. So, I'm thinking, you guys just ran Silverstone. So, we'll do Spa, because Spa's next weekend. Italy, I'm not a big fan of Singapore or other circuits. So, we'll do Brazil 5th. I think that's a good fun variety. I think this should be good. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. Are we gonna have any more people join in? I didn't do Suzuka Club. I did Suzuka International. Okay, so these are my assists. Those are not the assist options. So I'm letting it relatively open. Oh boy, that's the Radeon or Radillion, or I thought it's like Radeon. I know I didn't know at the time, I'll put it that way. I didn't know that, like, I guess some people say filthy American. Or that's Radeon, actually. So, I had the funniest thing happen, though. In my F1 2018 review, which if you guys haven't already seen, is in the channel, I had this guy comment saying, "Are you American? Because if you are, I don't trust anything Americans say about Formula One." And I'm like, really? And then somebody else comments saying, "That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard." And the guy doubles down on that stupid comment. He says, "An American talking about Formula One is like talking to Hitler about the benefits of the Jews." And I mean, that makes you just scratch your head in all intents and purposes, where you go from Americans talking about Formula One to Hitler, to freaking Hitler. And this is not the first time someone's played the Hitler card in regards to sim racing. I remember someone once used the Hitler card against Darren Ganji, and I'm like, but going from Americans talking about Formula One to Hitler, it's like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people signed up. I'm going to select my car, though. I'm going to select Ferrari, and I'll be Raikkonen. I'll see how I fare as the Iceman. So, okay. I'm thinking, let's see. We have 7 people in already. So, is anyone else in the chat looking to join this server? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Because I'm thinking I might start it shortly and get some racing in. So I've been waiting long enough. I watched through Jimmy's whole race and I'm getting a little antsy to get behind the wheel. So if you guys want to ready up. By the way, I will advise caution. I will advise caution against sometimes caution on where you buy your games. But I've been hearing that CD Keys is selling F1 2018 for $27. There are reasons you might choose not to go through CD Keys or an outlet like that. But for the most part, CD Keys has been relatively okay for me. It's been a lot better than another outlet like G2A, but CD Keys apparently has the F1 2018 for $28. So if you want to go with that, then you can. So let's go softer tires. But yeah, so Jeff Allen, a couple of times I have basically CD Keys and G2A, they are third-party sellers of CD keys. So they will sell a third-party reseller key to you. So think almost like eBay, but for video game keys. And with those kinds of third-party marketplaces, it is always a toss-up on if you could be scammed, in theory. So in the past, when I was younger, I bought a couple things from G2A. I've had 2 instances in G2A where I've gotten scammed. So I do not recommend G2A at all. You will see video game streamers endorsing G2A, and I think that's a load of bull. I think it's crap. I think it's something that you should not do. So CD keys, I'm a lot more comfortable endorsing. I'm a lot more comfortable endorsing CD keys. I've never had a bad issue with them. So let's get a good lap in. So we'll tackle Ogre's Flat, and then Radeon, we will fight the car up. See, I'm learning. Car's bottoming out right now. Oh, dang it, I totally botched that corner. I swear I'm a better driver, all new watchers. I just botched that corner. Wow, okay, car got loose there. I'm using a single screen because single screen uses less horsepower to produce an image, and because the way I'm streaming, it requires some GPU resources that I tend to stream using a single screen. Maybe in the future I'll do some triple screen streaming, but I tend to just do a single screen. A little late on the DRS button there. Okay, 148. Yeah, I'm using the NVIDIA encoder. And I am, like, so to give you guys an idea on what my specs are, I am using an Intel i7 7700K in this. I want to say overclocked to 4.9 gigahertz, water cooled. I am running an EVGA 1080 graphics card, and it works well. I really like it. Sometimes I'll have hiccups, especially while streaming. I have 16 gigabytes of RAM. I want to say clocked at 3200 megahertz, and I have my games loaded onto a Western Digital Black 7200 RPM hard drive, and then I have a solid state drive as my boot drive. So looks like we qualified second. Not bad, not bad. Emery is in a class of his own, though. Sheesh. Is ray tracing important to sim racing? I'm going to be talking about that in a future video, but from my early thoughts, I don't think so as much. I mean, smooth shadows are great. Smooth shadows are great. But I'm thinking that getting a solid frame rate, good performance, will be a priority for most sim racers. So my thoughts on it are, I'm thinking that most sim racers are not going to be utilizing ray tracing and shadows and stuff like that. I don't think that is really going to be for like the case. So I can't actively recommend the RTX 20 series right now. I think the best thing coming out of this is we're seeing price drops on current gen. I've been seeing 1080s for under $400, which is just simply mind-blowing. I've been getting a GTX 1080. I'm going to turn down my ERS because... Aw, dang it! For crying out loud, please don't be glitching on me right now. I've been having a weird glitch with my adapter lately, which is causing, like, all buttons to be depressed at times, but it's rare, so I need to figure out what the issue is. I might need to just rebuild my converter and see how that's better. Could RTX be good for mirrors rendering? Possibly, I don't know. Because mirrors in sim racing aren't usually handled like actual reflections. Oops, sorry. Oh. So, could be MI, but I have all shielded cables and everything. Oh, dang it!
Are you alright? Engine off, engine off.
Shoot. Well, the damage engine works. Damage engine works. I don't think that's going to buff out. I do not think that is going to buff out. Ah. There's another meme for Gamer Muscle. I guess so. Well, that was unfortunate. Too bad I can't view the freaking replay. I would love to see the replay in online events. So, Codemasters, I wish that... we don't need a sequel to that song now, do we? But dang it, I had a good gap to third. Decent gap to third, and just blow it in that corner. Oh! Leg laugh is just... You can get that back to pits. Ferraris have a built-in 3-wheel mode. Yeah, maybe an R-Factor 2. Have I tried not crashing? Yes. I tried that. Didn't work. But sheesh. So, continuing on what I was talking about. Or what was I talking about? Just lost my train of thought entirely there. But yeah, so let's change topic. So it's interesting playing the PC version of this after the PS4 version. So if you guys have watched my review, that review was entirely on the PS4 version. That was entirely on PS4 version. Footage was mixed between the PS4 and PS4 Pro. And it's like after I got my review was when I got the PC version. So I got my PC version after I put out my initial review. And I'm going to be doing another part 2-ish video talking about PC version and my thoughts. But initially, graphically, the anti-aliasing in the PC version sucks. The PC version of this, the anti-aliasing mode in this is garbage. I don't know why they didn't add additional options, because they only have the TAA anti-aliasing method. I don't know what that stands for, but you can see specifically, look at the posts, look at the fences, and at times look at the clouds, and you'll just see way too much shimmering. And it just is a pain in the butt. It really is. So I think that, honestly, they should have focused on adding more anti-aliasing methods. I'm trying to find the right combination of NVIDIA settings to maybe augment the anti-aliasing to try to make it look better, but for some reason, the PS4 anti-aliasing methods look better. I can't fully explain it, but it does. So with that being said, I think that Codemasters should have focused on that, because visually, the game looks a lot better. I will say that. But this anti-aliasing method really does it a disservice. The anti-aliasing on this PC version really does it a disservice. So I do not know why. Okay, so I'm looking at the stream. My screen is fine. OBS is glitching. Sorry about that, guys. So let's try something. Let's go to onboard, see if that looks any better. But yeah, the onboard is glitching. All right, so OBS is glitching. It's a smooth 60 here. So let's see if I can show you. So that's a smooth 60 frames per second there. You can see my webcam feed is so much smoother than what you're seeing on the screen. So I don't fully know why that's happening, but yeah. So I guess it's something weird with OBS, unfortunately. Sorry about that. Let's try something. I'm going to switch to display capture real quick. And see if that fixes anything. Let's take a look. So, go back. Well, that's a little better. A little better right there. So Darb is in first. He's about a short straight ahead. Short straight ahead. The Oz, what was he talking about? Okay. What do I think of the Steam Twitch rival announcement? It's going to be interesting to see how that goes. It's going to be interesting because I don't know. I think they might still be coming too late to the game. I think they're too late to the game because Twitch has such a solid, refined system going on. They have such a solid system that, like, they have the monetization in place. They have promotional events. They have all this sort of stuff. So, with that being said, that I don't know how well it'll do. Steam is huge. Steam is huge, but I don't know how it's going to be. So, quick layman's term explanation of AA, anti-aliasing. So, if you look, it looks a little better on stream, but if you look at, say, the end plates on the front wing, you'll notice jagged lines. So, if you think about the way we see with our eyes, we look at lines, we look at curves in real life. So look at the curve of your steering wheel if you have it, or curve on your phone. It will look smooth because in reality it's smooth. But on a monitor screen, monitors are made of square pixels. Square pixels, you have millions of pixels on your monitor. You have roughly 2 million pixels on your monitor if you are utilizing a 1080p monitor. You have roughly 8 million pixels if you are utilizing a 4K monitor. So those pixels are square, which means that those square pixels can't make a perfectly round object. You can't make a perfectly round object utilizing square pixels. So you'll notice what's called stepping, or also known as aliasing, and boom, Leglaf just spun. So, aliasing is seeing those steps or shimmering, and that means you sort of lose the illusion of the curve. So you can see those kind of on curves in F1 2017 or F1 2018. And it's unfortunate. So anti-aliasing, they try to employ methods to try to reduce that aliasing or stepping look. You look at other curves, they'll look at the spots where there's aliasing or the stepping, and they'll employ some sort of rendering method or something like that to try to prevent it. So, for example, there's multi-sample alias or anti-aliasing, MSAA, which means they will render the object or the curves at a higher resolution, and that will make it look smoother. There's also other anti-aliasing methods, which, for example, I think infamously Gran Turismo 5 Prologue and Gran Turismo 5 had, which was basically almost like interlacing. And it had two images that would refresh between each other very, very quickly, like maybe a microsecond between each other. And that allowed to have two aliased images together, and it made it even smoother. It made it smoother to try to get rid of the image, like the stepping. And that's kind of the goal. It's to make things look smoother than it was before. Yeah, Leglaf, I kind of saw that. Unfortunate. But hey, You're doing better than I did. I wrecked, I think, lap 2. But yeah, so if you look at some of the images, so look at the light poles. Look at the light poles, and you will see that they are not doing their job. They are not, it's not doing its job for the aliasing, which it's unfortunate. This guy's just like gloating right now, I guess. Even though Parker is now heavily ahead. So this guy's showboating right now. But now, what the... The sound just glitched out. Another bug! Yay! Another bug. So let's go to Parker. So F7. So, yep, there's still quite a few bugs that need to be addressed, Codemasters. And, yeah, I'm going to be talking about that. So, I think I'll utilize some of this footage in my review. So, I'm going to go back to Drab's car and see if we... So I'm just going to be a little silent for the moment. You can clearly see he's changing gears. That's one of the weird things. Will we ever see another Toka game from Cody's? I think it would be more likely that we would see a Grid game. We would be more likely to see Grid because that's what Toka Race Driver evolved into, I think. That's what Toka Race Driver evolved into with the Grid series. So I think we would see Grid. So... yeah, that's one of the things. I loved driving in Toka. I think actually it was Toka 2. I honestly think I liked Toka 2 more than Toka 3. So yeah, we're back to Parker. 3 laps to go. And then next race, I believe next race is Brazil? Or we'll see which one's next. But yeah, I'd say sounds are okay. They're at least believable for this game. They're definitely not the best F1 sounds, but they are believable at least. Bex, I was playing with assists off, and yeah, accidentally wrecked going out of this right-hander this guy's about to go into. Accidentally got a little too greedy, went too wide, boom, hit those tire barriers, and totaled my car, so... here's to next race being better, guys. Here's to next race being better. Okay, Monza's next. Oh, boy. Turn 1 Monza. Which is more reliable, F1 2018, netcode, or McLaren Honda combo? I'm going to have to say McLaren Honda, I think. Might want to turn damage off next race. I hate to do it, but I think you're right. I hate to do it, but I think you're right, man. But also, Dark Eminence, you might have a point because the first 2 races I did had horrible lag, but at the same time, this is day 1. Servers might be getting overloaded. Josh, I've been hearing that a few people are getting away with less aliasing in higher resolution. Higher resolution means more pixels, which means less aliasing generally. And if you remember, like, early days, R Factor 2 and R Factor 1, aliasing was horrible. But yeah, it's... honestly, I'd say that this is working okay. I think it's marginally better than 2017. Marginally better. But also, I've only done 3 races so far. Do Cody's do anything about cheaters in their servers these days? I think they enhanced their penalty system a bit, but I don't know fully. I'm hoping they did, because now they have the rank system. They have the rank system in play, so they should be doing more to protect races from cheaters and stuff. Like, I haven't really bumped into any major cheaters, but lag, I think that'll be a major issue. Well, also obscure, if you think about it, some anti-aliasing methods are essentially running the game in a higher resolution. So literally, running the game in a higher resolution is a form of anti-aliasing. So yeah, that's exactly what people are talking about. So this could be an interesting battle for the lead. But yeah, honestly, I do feel that the driving feel in this game is a lot better than what we got in 2017. It was interesting. There was one guy who commented in my video, my review, saying, "Hey, I've been playing F1 2018 so far, and it seems like the cars understeer a lot more than 2017." And I think, in a sense, I think that's something that we should anticipate. Because I think 2017, the cars were far too planted. I think that was one of my main gripes with 2017. It felt like, A, the cars were too planted, and B, felt like you were driving a boat. So that was a weird way to describe it. I mean, driving a boat as in you had the feeling of the car wasn't connected to the track. So it felt like the car wasn't totally connected to the track, but you still had oodles and oodles of grip. And with that, you had this weird conundrum. You couldn't really feel too well what the car was doing, but the car had insane performance. All right, Obscure, you have a good night, man. But yeah, so that was sort of what I felt was the issue with F1 2017. F1 2018 was a lot better, in my opinion. In my opinion, I thought F1 2018 was is a lot better in terms of getting a feel of what the car is doing. So if the car steps out, you actually feel it. If you actually are feeling the understeer, or if you have understeer, you're feeling it. And going up Erosion Radion, you really feel the car get unsettled, especially in the lower tier cars. I did a Formula 1 race with McLaren, and that car would get upset up the hill, and you would actually need to fight to catch the car because the aero isn't as good as other cars. You would actually need to fight to to get the car settled up Radion. So with that, you really get an idea of how difficult these cars can be. So that's one of the things that really sold at home. And then also when I was testing out with the T300 RS, when I went to Deep Silver Games to test it out, I was driving with the T300 RS, and I was going over that final hairpin at Australia, Albert Park. And you feel the car going over the bumps that final turn. And I was like, wow, that felt so much better than 2017. 2017 felt dead going over that turn. 2018, nope, it feels a lot better. So generally, I am saying 2018, based off of my limited driving so far, maybe like 20 hours or so, I think is a lot better than 2017. So yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot so far. So we are going to jump into the next session in a minute. By the way, if you want my general thoughts on F1 2018 so far, you can actually go to www.SimRacingPaddock.com. I have my written review up on the channel, or not channel, on the website. So if you want to check that out, you can go there and take a look. Only 3 finished, so we'll tone down the damage a bit. I'll tone down the damage a bit. Wow, he almost just rear-ended him. That's a little close for comfort. Hunter, it looks like some people are getting that glitch. Kieran, yeah, I drove Suzuka, and man, that track's a challenge. So we're going to be jumping into the next race. And I'll tone down damage, guys. I'll try to get some more finishers, including myself. I want to finish a race. So, Monza. We will go into Monza and see how that goes. Oh, that race hurt, though. My first online DNF. So we will advance. Literally, I was the first DNF in my own race. I did not have any league racing experience in F1 2017. I did not really do too much coverage of F1 2017. So, let's see. Let's go to host options. And I hate to do the damage reduced, but it's Monza, so I think we're going to need that. So server is open. How'd I DNF? Leg laugh. So I was going into the right-hander corner before the long back straight, and I ran a little wide, ended up in the tire barrier. So that's how. So guys, if you want to join in, you might be able to find it. I heard some people are saying it's WilliamSRP. That's the server. It is going to be Italy, Grand Prix of Italy, 25% race. All right, Ian, you have a good night or day wherever you're at. Okay, so select team and driver. Let's go with Force India. Let's see if I can get a better finish than Ocon. So again, I think all the cars are even in performance. I'm hoping. Monza, what can go wrong? Well, we can find out what can exactly go wrong. Especially, we have damage off. Damage off, I think if people are going to be a little more aggressive. So let's see. Go F8. We're going to do top speed. This could either go really well or very bad. We will find out. Wow, okay. I could not get that car slowed down. So we're going to be starting from the back, I bet. Should be a fun race. Wow, this car's loose. Halo is such a pain in the butt. I'm just taking it easy in last corner. I just want to finish this lap safely. Tall Morty with a 125. We're going to be like last. So let's get rid of the center post. We will do that for you guys. So go down to camera options, halo column off. That is how you turn off the halo. Cedric Dorn, thank you for subscribing. Fourth gear, questionable, Kieran. Okay. I agree. Center pillar doesn't work in 2D. And so I want to address what a lot of people have been commenting on. A lot of people say, you want the ultimate realism. You need to use a center or you need to use a center column, or else you're just a filthy peasant. I've actually seen people commenting that. But the thing is, we are seeing a 2D image. It's like looking with just one eye open. When you do that, these images, like stick your hand in front of your face, it's going to block your image. Open up both eyes, you see the image, or you can see through your hand. So that's one thing I sort of advocate a bit. Doden Christie, thanks for subscribing. But yeah, so that's just my thought on the matter. Jimmy was taking heat for using rewind. Yeah, anyone does. Okay, so we have, I think, park firm rules, or park firme. So race strategy. Yeah, we'll do a one-stop strategy. Turn 1 should be crazy. Good luck, I'm gonna need it. That is true. Wow, that was a lot of wheel spin. And he came in like a wrecking ball. Vehicular manslaughter, guys. And just got punted. I had more faith in you guys. That's a lot of understeer.
Okay, we're through the start phase. Now let's build on it.
And Darb is all second teleported up to the front. Okay. So you're saying fifth gear into his... Or, oh, this is Parabolica, not a Scary. My bad. Or is that a Scary? I'm getting my corners mixed up. Little lockup, but we're okay. So let's see if we can close in. And this car's loose. I'm shifting a little early though, I think. Last chicane before parabolic. Okay, thanks.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs.
Someone just cut the corner. At least we have a couple good drivers in here. Left, way behind. Ah, except I didn't get the detection zone. Little tight there. Oh. Leg left in the wall.
Strategy is available on the MFT.
I need to sign that button.
Green flag.
Darb is in his own zip code now, though. Break down properly.
We're running an excess on fuel. Mix 3 is there if you need it.
Okay.
Mix 3.
So I have my button map for fuel mix. A little tight there. And then snap oversteer. Earlier on this week, I was watching this YouTube video. It's like top 10 despised drivers or something like that.
Push now. We're boxing this lap.
And Jacques Villeneuve was one of them. A little conservative there. Thank you, Joel MS, for subscribing. Thank you very much.
Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach, and make sure you don't speed.
Man, you get so loose right out of there. Ooh, that was close.
Release.
Little late on the exit, I think. Okay, Darb is crossing the line. We're 2.36 laps to be good. That's nice to see. Let's try to recoup some ERS though. Okay. Didn't have enough heat there. Let's take a look at this telemetry screen. Yeah, I want to get a little more heat, so in a couple corners, I guess. Looks like we'll get second step on the podium. Hot brakes. I think I might technically be cutting that corner, I'm not sure. Let's turn up our ERS a bit. Let's do a lap and hot lap, see how that goes.
The gap behind us is 12.7 seconds.
We might need to, for the server, filter by region for North America. I'm not sure. Overcooked it there. Big lockup. So one thing I'm wishing that next year they'll have is tire flat spotting. Like so you feel that through the force feedback wheel. I know David Greco said there's a chance that might happen next year. Advanced tire degradation features. We'll see if that actually happens. He also said that he had a virtual mirror implemented to F1 2018, but the art director team decided to remove it because it was ugly. Really? And the Halo's not ugly? It would be a nice use of space that the Halo takes up. Add a virtual mirror. Why not?
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
I'm just saying. Because a virtual mirror would come in handy for this game big time. I mean, I'd love to see the advanced features, but it's something where I'd believe it when I see it.
Okay, we need some energy harvesting. Reduce ERS deployment.
Let's go low. See how that goes.
We're increasing our gap on the car behind by around a second a lap.
Ooh, that was loose.
Okay, clear.
Wow, we actually have DRS. They did not add mouse support for the menu, and it's something where I would like to see some sort of overhaul for the menus in F1 2018. They're almost identical to F1 2017, just with different images and
Data
no
shows
mouse
the
support.
tyres are okay right now. We anticipate good levels of grip for the next few laps at least.
Okay, well that's nice at least. But yeah, there's no mouse support, unfortunately. I wonder if I added more downforce, would I be more competitive? Because I think I'm losing a lot of ground in the corners. Should have stayed in fifth there, I think. We're like half a straight behind. I'm gonna change the fuel mix to standard, make sure we make it. GTX 970 at 1080p, you'd likely need to turn down a few settings, but it should work well. And I'm running an i7 7700K, so yeah, it's working well with my 7700K, which is nice. I don't know why my frame rate is just struggling so much, though. I'm sorry, guys. On OBS, I should say. I'm running a silky smooth frame rate in game, but OBS is just struggling. Let me try changing some settings after this race.
This is your final lap of the race.
wheel spin is no joke, though. That's loose. Yeah, I really enjoy my 1080. I really do. And we were talking about the new RTX graphics cards earlier, and personally, I can't really recommend them right now. I don't think that there's just enough evidence to justify that price jump. Because one of the great things I'm noticing because of the new graphic cards being announced is we're seeing a price drop on the current gen. I noticed there were some B-stock 1080s, which would still be in good shape, from EVGA being sold for under $400. So now you can get a 1080 graphics card for under $400 if you know where to look, which is just awesome. And consider, is it worth almost double the price for a 1080 or a 2080? I'm inclined to say no. I'm wondering why they did not put the specs for standard non-ray tracing games. They only showcased ray traced games at the Gamescom event, which is a little concerning. And also there were some instances where they said frame rate wasn't the best for ray trace games. So I think in the case of a lot of sim racers, we're not worried about ray tracing. We're not worried about ray trace shadows. So for most people, they're just going to turn it off. So you're not really going to be jumping onto that. And I'd say wait for like the 21 series, if they call it that. The 2180, 2170, 2160, etc. I think that might be the better investment, I think. So that's my thought process on it. Chris, thanks for subscribing. So I'm thinking wait for the next generation. So I'm thinking, yeah, that should be a good investment, I think. So Ben, I'm not sure, but one thing I want to point out is that when I was running game capture on my Elgato, I didn't realize at the time, but actually I had an issue. The Elgato captures footage at a lower exposure. So the Elgato made everything look darker than it actually was. So I think that realistically, with the way the Elgato works, for my review, I actually had to bump up my exposure a half click. So I had to do that every time, and it worked. So I had to bump up exposure about a half click to get it looking normal, which kind of unfortunate, but it's life. So that's why I think in some of the pre-release footage, it might have looked abnormally dark, but at the same time, it could be abnormally dark still. So let's run in the McLaren this time and see how that goes. So next up is Suzuka. Suzuka's next. Menace. I have a 970 I can test out later, I think. I might be able to test out later. Hunter. Let's do one more race with modern, and then let's go to classic, I think. So, let's see. I am going to turn on damage again, guys. I'm turning on damage again. Reduce damage, but damage is going to be back on. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, whoever's listening. Okay, Red Racer. I'll check later on. So, if you guys haven't joined the SimRacingPaddock Discord yet, there should be a link in the description. I will post regarding my findings in that. I will post my findings about the 1080, or not 1080, 970. So my 970 is in my Ryzen build. So my Ryzen system, also known as the Black Beauty, I have the Ryzen 7 1800X matched up with my GTX 970, and I have what is it? The 16 gigs of RAM, solid state drive, and everything. The 1976 Ferrari felt very odd with my wheel. One of the things I looked at, I think that you need to change around is you need to, in my opinion, turn off the understeer effect. So if I remember correctly, there is the, okay, I can't change it right now, but yeah, there's a force feedback effect, which sort of exaggerates understeer, and that felt a little weird too. Nathaniel, I primarily stream on YouTube. In the past, I did Restream, which would stream simultaneously at the same time between YouTube and Twitch, but I am now almost exclusively streaming on YouTube. James, I think you would need to filter by region. I'm in North America, so I'm wondering if that could be the problem. But yeah, unfortunately, it looks like the race is about to start. So yeah, after this, I'll do one classic race. So let's see, we can do balanced, harder, or softer tires. So let's try this out. All right, Red Racer X, you have a nice night. Sleep well. Dream of racing. So I think I'll do one classic race and then I might sign off on the stream. Yeah, because unfortunately, like, my mom had to get some hand surgery, so I'm also helping her recover and stuff, so I can't do like an all-night all afternoon stream or anything like that, unfortunately, but yeah. So we can only do the soup, or let's see. I want to do an experiment. I'm going to start on the softs, and then in the race, I'll switch to super softs. And we'll see how that goes. It's an experiment. We'll see how it goes. In golf, this is PC only, unfortunately. But yeah, hey, family matters. Care for your family. Thank you, Luca, for subscribing. Well, but I will do a PS4 stream in the future, I think. So all good, Dragon. Thanks. Basically, years ago, she slammed her hand in a car door and she didn't realize, but a lot of bones and ligaments in her hand got messed up long term because of that. So she had to kind of do a reconstructive surgery for her hand. And I think it's going to take like a 2-month recovery time. So it's tough, but hey, healing your hand. Hands are important, right? Ooh, I think I qualified close to general rent this time. Hold on. Just need to shoot a quick text. But yeah. I hope they quick fix the T300 bug. It's recognized as a pad. Can't fully turn at certain speed. Huh. Oh man, that's a close gap. Like myself, Tall Morty, and General Rimp, both in the 134s. Oh boy. And I qualified on the softs too. Oh boy. This could be a good race, guys. This could be good. I'm excited to see how this turns out. Because I might be an advantage. Oh, Goosey Hero. That's rough, man. That is rough. So let's look race strategy. Okay. I think this will work. Oh, key 20. That's awkward. Oh boy. Wish me luck, guys. I'm gonna need it. Late start from me. Remember, guys, damage is on! I'm trying to be conservative first couple corners. I don't want an early DNF again. Oh boy. Oh man, that looked ugly. That looked ugly. Looks like they're still able to keep going at least. So we're running reduced damage right now, so you can total your car, but at the same time, it's not nearly as bad as it could be. Because we actually want these guys to be able to drive.
That start was okay. Now stay alert for threats around you.
So we're on soft tires right now. I think in the second half of the race is when we'll really get our move. I apologize for the lower frame rate, guys. I'll try to get that sorted out later on. I'll get it figured out. But in the game, it's smooth. I will state that. There's Tall Morty, aka Dumb Rick. Ooh, bottoming out. Taking it easy.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
So I'm on softs. Everyone else is on super soft. So I don't know if I'm gonna get past them in this first stint, Or am I just, oh, snap, he spun. Or if I'm going to actually wait until they pit, because I can go longer on these tires, I think. So that's my strategy. We'll see how it goes. Poor Tall Morty. Yeah, that downshift helped me get the turn in at least. Oh man, the force feedback in this direct drive wheel feels so good, but it's so intense. This track should really wear out those super softs, so we'll see how this goes. Let's take a look at our telemetry. Coming on a back marker. Bad corner there. Tall Morty is retired. Oh man. Oh, that is a lapper. We're okay. We need to turn down our ERS. Ooh, almost ran a little wide. We need to make sure we regen a bit. Oh, we almost spun there. That bump is killer.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the super softs.
So he's in the pits. We'll have likely a lap or two before we go into the pits. So we need to make sure we get a good run. Let's turn off the ERS and focus on harvesting now. We're at 45%. That's good. A little loose there. I'm guessing we're going to be pitting next lap. Next lap, I think we're going to pits.
We want to pit this lap.
Okay.
So push now.
So we'll see if this strategy pays off. I have no clue. So we'll be going down to super softs. Should last. I'm on medium ERS mode right now, because once we get out of the pits, we're going to want to push and see if we can catch up to Parker. Because I'm going from the soft tires to the super softs. So we'll have more performance in the corners, I think. I'm on the completely opposite strategy as everyone else.
Pit in this lap, and remember the speed limit. We'll be penalised if we exceed it. Keep that in mind as you approach. Our gap behind is 9.5 seconds. Only one stop to go. One stop left in this strategy.
Okay.
Complete, go now.
Yeah, this is going to be a challenge, but hey, why not give it a try? We'll push.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
Wow, these tires stick so much more. Oh, off track, not good.
We're a +1 extra fuel. Fuel target +1.
Well, the thing is, you can just map a button on your controller to change it. You can map a button to change your ERS. I have it set to my rotary encoder. So that's instantaneous adjustment. Like this. That's instant. I have the same thing for fuel mix. Let's take a look. We're 1 lap to the good.
Our gap to first place is 16.1 seconds.
16 seconds, okay. Let's see how this goes.
Okay, gap ahead is 5.9 seconds. There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
1.11 laps is good, okay. Don't think we can get the leader, but let's try to get second.
Battery charge is low. If we turn down the ERS deployment, we can harvest more energy.
Come on. Closing in. Now 2 laps. New fastest
Great
lap.
work. That's a new fastest lap for the race.
I thought Darb started on super soft, so I thought he needed to change the softs. But I guess not. He might be the same strategy as I am.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
Okay, we're going all out.
This is your final lap of the race.
A little too hot first turn.
Engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix too soon.
Oh, dang it. So close. Ooh, oh, man. Down to a half-second gap. Wait, someone did 13 laps on Super Soft? That was intense. Okay, so we're going to do one historic online race. We're going to be doing one historic race, and then I'm going to sign out. But oh man, that was intense. Oh, you changed lap 1 from soft. Okay, that's an interesting strategy, but hey, it worked. But hey, I got podium, at least. What happened in the beginning? Do you leave enough space? I'm not sure. I think so? Can't promise anything. Level 6. Excuse me. Man, that was intense, though. Fun race. Fun race. So, I'm going to exit out of this server. Thank you, Gezi Hero, for subscribing. So, I'm going to drop out of this server, and then we can jump in to historic. That was intense, though. So we're dropping out and going to start a new server. So, unranked. Unranked. Thank you, Tang, for subscribing. Thank you. So, it's open server. Except, hold on. Modern Classic. You can only do realistic car performance? Oh, we were doing realistic, so there was a mix. Okay. So we'll do C1, I guess. 25% length. And I think to make it a little easier, I'm going to turn off vehicle damage for this. So select a vehicle, F6. Okay, these are the modern ones, I guess. So, actually, no, I'm not going to do that. So, C3, I guess. So, C3, F6. Yeah, so here are the classics. What am I going to drive? I like the M23, but I don't know if it'll be actually fast. The Ferrari 312 T4 will be fast. The MP4 1B will be fast too. Let's go with the McLaren. New car. Track select. Let's see. Let's go with Canada. Let's try Canada. Lauda and Hunt should have a class of their own. I agree on that. CJ, no VR support. But yeah, they need to have something to do for Classic so you can choose specific cars. That is frustrating. So, literally, they're making it down to parity between classic cars. So I'll make a note of that as well. So we'll see how this goes. My guess is General Rimpt or Jacob will win because they're driving the 80s car. So let's see how this goes. Hold on. Oh man, I was gonna try to allow Limoni to get in, but V12's a Canada, it could be interesting. Well, I don't think that McLaren's a V12, but oh yeah, so classic. Yeah, I think those cars are V12s. No. I thought those were V8s used in McLaren M23. So I thought the 70s cars, they moved to the V8 era. So no parity between tires. So no tire strategy this race. All right, this is General Rimp's home race. Make sure he gets wrecked. Kidding. So I don't think I've driven this car yet. So we'll see how it goes. At times like this, I wish I had my H pattern shifter. Let's try something for a change. We'll go to this camera angle so we can actually see what gear we're in. So I guess the wheel's off center so you can actually do the shifter. I'm guessing it's that way in real life, so they try to simulate it in the game. You will also see things like that in Assetto Corsa or iRacing when driving the Lotus 79 too. Or not 79, the Lotus 49. Yeah, with cars these tight, you need all the room you can get. Wow. Yeah, there's a huge disparity between the modern cars, or the more up-to-date cars, and yeah, so you can see Jacob. He's in the McLaren. He's in the McLaren, the 82 McLaren. That's a good 5 seconds faster than me. And that just, it's frustrating because they should allow you to pick a specific car like you can in Project Cars 2. You can pick identical cars, so everyone would have to race, say, the Lotus 72 or have to race the McLaren M23 or something like that. Having this kind of disparity, you can see top 2 are always the McLaren MP4 1Bs. It's like, yeah, so I wish Codemasters would do something about that, where you could actually race against identical cars. It's logical, it would be smart, so why aren't they doing it? So we'll see how it goes. But we already know, I think, who's going to win the race, unfortunately. So I'll address that in my video too. So like, I'm getting my multiplayer impressions now, so let's see, race strategy. Ooh, you could do a no-stop strategy. We'll try that. See if we can conserve over 18 laps. So I'm just going to do this camera angle because I've actually never done a full race with this angle. Why not? At least you can look behind you into cameras. Little wheel spin, a lot of wheel spin.
Let's focus now for the rest of the race.
What classic car would I like to see added at some point? Maybe one of the 1967 F1 cars. Because there's no F1 cars from the 60s in this game. Just the 70s. Thank goodness I have damage off, or else that likely would have ended my day. But yeah, like an F1 car from the 60s, or even 50s, that would be nice to address that era of history. That's a little bit of a cut. Or how about this? The 6-wheel Tyrrell car. That would be a great car to add to an F1 title. Like, add something unique. Because all of these cars are just stinking 4-wheelers. Why not put in a 6-wheeler? Or the fan car. Something that's kind of gimmicky, but was part of F1's history. So I'm realizing it's literally all the newer F1 cars. The Lotus 79, the Ferrari 312, I think that's a T4. The only cars that are ahead of me are the newer cars. Limoni, I want to say, is in the Lotus 72, and he's behind me. So it's literally, this is justifying my point, where it's just the parody and the issue where one car is clearly better than the other, and Codemasters doesn't allow you to change that. And that's going to make these historic races a moot point in reality. There's not going to be any competition. This is just, hey, driving a classic car, and if you ever pick this car, I think it's the McLaren M23, you are never going to win with this car unless you explicitly make sure that no one picks a newer car. It's kind of sad. It is multi-class racing in the same class. It's like the Assetto Corsa effect. All the cars are in the same class, even though they're like clearly different classes of their own. So I wish Codemasters would address this. Allow you to just lock it to a single car. I mean, having a race with all one car, I think that would be more fun than what we're doing right now. And I'll address that in my video. It's irritating, but I guess we have to live with it for now.
The gap to the leader is 16.2 seconds.
I think I'm legitimately gonna get lapped this race. We're 4 laps in, already 16 seconds back. So that's about 4 seconds a lap. Actually, like 5 seconds a lap, because we're only starting lap 4 right now. So 18 laps, 5 seconds. That's a minute and a half, so it'll be close to getting lapped. We might not get lapped, but it's gonna be close. I can't be the only one who finds this frustrating. Yeah, Air Super Pixel, I was just talking about that. Like the Tyrrell, the fan car from Brabham, I think it was. Those would be great cars to add to this. Cars that have historical significance in F1. Maybe some cars from the 1960s. Some unusual designs. That would be awesome to see, because the majority of the cars we're seeing in this game are cars that are available in other titles. The McLaren M23, it's not available officially yet, but it's going to be in R-Factor 2, and there's a third-party version of it available in Assetto Corsa. The 312 T2, that is in Assetto Corsa. I think it's in Forza Motorsport 7 as well. The MP4-4, that's, I want to say, alright, it's not official, but it's an Automobilista. They're, like, the Ferrari F2002 and F2004 are available in Assetto Corsa. Other modern F1 cars are unique that aren't in there, like the 2009 Braun. That's nice to see, but I'd like to see some more unique cars. Also, here's a thought. Classic tracks. That would be great to see. Imola, Kyalami, some of the Brazilian tracks. I want to say like it's Jacarapagua. Those are classic F1 tracks. There's a backlog of classic tracks that would be great to see in an F1 title. Maybe even the Nordschleife. That would be interesting to see in an F1 game. It has a pedigree in F1, so why not include that? We have all these classic cars being added, why not classic tracks? or classic layouts of tracks. I mean, if R Factor 2 can have a historic Monaco, why not this? Watkins Glen, I would love to see that. Or even Indianapolis.
The gap to the car ahead is 16.
Indianapolis had some good races, apart from the one that just totally destroyed tires. But yeah, there's so much that could be added to the F1 series, and admittedly, they are resting on their laurels a bit. I mean, it's great that they improved the driving experience. It is awesome that they improved it. But at the same time, kind of wish that they'd expand on other things, improve the graphics a little more, improve the anti-aliasing, maybe add historic tracks, maybe we'll see that next year or something. Who knows? Because next year is going to be Codemaster's 10th anniversary game. So the 10th anniversary game, that could be interesting. 10 years of making F1 games, they might need to prove themselves, prove they're not getting too stale. So maybe they're going to do something radical for F1 2019. Granted, F1 2009 was, I think, just like a Wii game. Not that great, but still, that was their first year making an F1 game. And maybe it's also, like, they might just say F1 2010 or 2020 could be a big game. But bottom line, I would love to see something big come from them. We'll see, but time will tell. But I am having fun with F1 2018. I will say that, but I feel like I could just be having even more fun. That's just my thought on the process. VR. The Halo could have been the perfect excuse to add the Halo. Add VR. The Halo could have been the perfect excuse to add VR. They could have marketed it so well, but they decided, no. If it ain't broke, it don't fix it, I guess. But if it ain't broke, gives you a perfect opportunity to improve it. And I think they should have. They should have added the VR in this game, and they could have said, best experienced with VR. And they could have said, they could have made one of those developer diaries saying why VR is best, because you see through the Halo. And they could have done that.
42.2 seconds.
But yeah, it's like, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'd love to see them implement VR next year. But hey, who knows? Maybe Dirt Rally 2, if that's what's actually coming out, they'll have VR, and then they can try to translate it into F1 2019. But yeah, something that's kind of frustrating is, so I haven't really been a fan of 704 Games' NASCAR Heat series. I loved the original NASCAR Heat, but the original NASCAR Heat felt like almost the same game about 17 years later. NASCAR Heat 2 seemed like a decent improvement. NASCAR Heat 2, I never actually played it though. I couldn't be bothered to buy it. I'll just be perfectly honest with you guys. I couldn't be bothered to buy NASCAR Heat 2. That's why I never covered it. But NASCAR Heat 3, it sounds like I might get a review copy, but yeah, it's like, what's going to happen? And now, apparently, they're doing NASCAR is pulling the same crap that got EA in hot water. They have signed an exclusivity agreement with 704 Games to allow 704 Games to be the exclusive NASCAR game maker, I think, till 2029. So an 11-year agreement for a game are a company that is admittedly making lackluster NASCAR games. I am scared for that. I'm scared for that. But if we look back in the glory days of NASCAR games, so let's say the very, very late 1990s, early 2000s, one of the great things that made those NASCAR titles so awesome was competition. There was competition between the different companies. So if we look at it, let's say the best year for NASCAR, 2003, kind of. So 2003 was one of the best years for NASCAR. We had NASCAR Thunder 2004. I believe a year later we had NASCAR Heat Dirt to Daytona, or around that time frame, we had Dirt to Daytona, which was a really great successor to NASCAR Heat. And then we also had NASCAR Racing 2003 season, a title sim racers will still play to this day. And it was a great time to be a NASCAR fan. The games were different enough that you could really enjoy. You could really enjoy each NASCAR game differently. Enjoy the progression in NASCAR Heat Dirt to Daytona, going up the dirt racing ranks, and then moving up to the NASCAR Truck Busch Cup Series. You had that. For NASCAR Thunder 2004, you can manage your own team. You'd have to manage your chassis. It felt like a team management simulator. And then NASCAR Heat, or NASCAR Racing 2003 season was one of the best feeling NASCAR games, period. One of the best NASCAR simulations to date. And then even Formula One. Formula One had F1 Challenge 99-02 and Grand Prix 4 released at the same time. And that made for great competition. It really was awesome. And it was just something where these exclusivity agreements, it's good for corporate shareholders, but it's not good for the consumer. Because once you saw NASCAR games start to become exclusive, that's when they started taking a nosedive. I mean, granted, Chase for the Cup 2005 was pretty fun. Total team control, kind of gimmicky, but fun. 07 was passable. 08 and 09 were so bad that 09 didn't have any manufacturer's names on the cars. One of the biggest elements of NASCAR was not simulated in a NASCAR game. You were driving bland, lifeless cars, and without the manufacturer. It's like, really? Really? And then Eutechnics took over, and there was the NASCAR 2010, 2011, 2012 Inside Line, and those games, never did you think you would want to go back to EA than when you were playing those games. And now we are getting just mediocre NASCAR games, but mediocre sometimes, we're so jaded now to NASCAR games, I feel like we're just complacent. We're like, okay, we'll eat this crap that we're getting fed. And I'd love to be proven wrong with NASCAR Heat 3. I would absolutely love to be proven wrong. But from previews and footage, I'm not holding my breath. I'll review NASCAR Heat 3 this time. I will review it, but I'm not anticipating anything great. I'm expecting a game that'll just check the boxes. I'll just check the boxes, and I don't think it's going to do anything else. I don't think it's going to go above and beyond to try to wow you, which is kind of sad. So am I going to be testing Dakar? Planning on it. I am planning to be testing out the Dakar game. What's fun is, like F1 2018, the US distributor for Dakar is about 40 minutes from my house. So it sounds like they might let me test it out at their studio when they get closer and have preview builds. So hopefully I might get the opportunity to preview the Dakar game over at their studio in Larkspur. So that could be a fun opportunity. But yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic for Dakar 2 because I don't see any signs that it's going to be absolutely great. I don't know. I don't think it'll blow my socks off or anything, but I just think that we have some waiting to do.
Okay,
So I'll talk to them, see about when/if they want to do it, but I'll keep you guys posted because I think it'll be a fun game to try out. Kieran, I think you are thinking of the word monopoly. Monopoly. Where they monopolize everything. They have one thing in control, and it's kind of sad because that's the way business is going. Like for internet, you see monopolies. For power, like for electricity, you see monopolies. You see all that sort of stuff, and it's bad for the consumer, but great for the corporate people. But yeah, so we'll see how it goes. We'll see how things are. Who knows? I could just be totally wrong, and NASCAR Heat 3 could be the greatest NASCAR game in the past decade. So that could be great. Michael, if you want to see my specs and driving setup, you can look in the description of the stream. I have listed my wheel, pedals, cockpit, and other miscellaneous assorted hardware. Okay, so we have about 5 laps left.
We're running in excess of fuel. We can turn up the engine to mix mode 3 if you need it. Turn fuel to rich.
Oh, you can up your fuel to rich? Okay, that's cool. I guess you could change fuel mix in these cars? I didn't think that. Ooh, that was close to the wall. Yeah, I don't really have much experience with changing the differential, unfortunately. Looks like we're about to get lapped, though, believe it or not. That 80s F1 car is just so flippin' fast.
The car in front is 6.5 seconds.
But we're a good 50 seconds ahead of the car behind me. That's just nuts. Let's try this differential. Let's see, going down to 60, how that would feel. Got a new achievement for it, at least. I hear the leader behind me. Excuse me. And I prefer the 75. Acknowledge the blue flag. Let's try 80% diff.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
I don't think we'll catch 5th place. I would love to, I just don't think we have the car for it. Apparently in the game you can. I don't know if you can actually in real life. I think they might be taking some liberties. But, hey, we can look it up later. Drifting. So we're 1.7 laps to good. I think we're good on rich mix till the end. Richard, you have the option to set it to automatic. So if you set it automatic, then the game will automatically adjust the ERS for you. So if you don't want to manage that, you can just do automatic. Wow, we almost drifted into the wall of champions. Go ahead.
Our gap to the car in front is 7.3 seconds. There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Getting a blister on my hand. Such an intense driving experience. Force feedback really is so much better than 2017, but it gets brutal at times. I bet Dakar will simplify it, so I don't think you need to worry too much about that. So unfortunately, we finished a lap down. Force feedback is better in the rain, especially when the car starts stepping out. When it starts stepping out, you can really feel the rear end and how to control it. Aw, General Rimp, sorry to hear that. Alrighty. So, thoughts on multiplayer so far? It needs improvement. It really does. It's better than 2017, I think. In that first rank, or the first and second ranked races, we got paired up with drivers with abysmal ping. So I'm not going to blame it on this because I'm seeing better performance in this hosted race. Like, we're seeing better in these hosted sessions, so I think I just got a crappy draw there. But seeing things like, say, the limited adjustability in races, I want to see an ability to lock to a specific car. I would want to see that. Because this kind of parity is insane. This kind of parity is a pain in the butt. You shouldn't have to deal with that. Like, I want a competitive online race. I don't want to always have to stick with the fastest car in the class and basically have to deal with just like lapping cars in a race. I want to be able to actually have a competitive race in a classic car, just not being in a top class. And it's like, okay, well, we'll see how it is. But bottom line, it's okay, but they could do a lot better, I think. So those are my thoughts right now. I'm going to do an expanded video talking about more of my thoughts in the future. So stay tuned for that on the channel. If you haven't already, check out my review on F1 2018. It's a good watch. Shares a lot of my thoughts on it and the improved driving experience. But until later, guys, thanks for watching. I'm William Mars for the Sim Racing Paddock, and you have a good one.